Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and I have my second update for my That's Expensive project pan that was created by Misty here on YouTube and Instagram. I'll have her linked down below, and I'll also have I'm going to make a playlist, and I'll have my playlist for this project down below. And once again, Nathaniel is right outside my office throwing things, so you may hear some bumps and crashes and some toddler babblings, but that's what that is. So the idea behind this project is to get use out of some of our most expensive items in our collection instead of just saving them for a special occasion. I have 9 products that I'm working on. Nothing is rolling out this month except for my Cleona Shadow, which I have 12, so every month I'm going to roll in a different one just to get some use on. But first I have my Nest Fragrances Grapefruit and Verbena body spray or body mist. Again, this looks like I've barely used it. I used it 9 times in January and 10 times in February, and it still looks completely full. It's gone down 1.13 grams from last time, but like I said, this isn't something that I'm looking to actually use up in a year because I don't know that I would be able to, even if I wore it every day. I mean, I have to think that if I wore it every single day, I could use it up in a year, but also I don't want to use it up just for the sake of using it in the project. I want to use it up organically, I guess. And I am working on other fragrances, but I do really love the smell, especially for days when I don't want something. Like, some of my other perfumes are a little more florally and a little bit heavier, and this is just a nice, clean, like lighter scent that I enjoy. So I'm still working on that one. We'll be working on that one for a while. This is, secondly, my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, my favorite setting spray, also my most expensive setting spray. I used this 15 times in the past month, and it's gone down 17.7 grams from last update. I can't tell exactly. I think just by shaking it, I'm somewhere in this area of the bottle. So I'll probably have this done by next month. And then, because this is a rolling project, so I haven't decided if once I finish with this, if I'm going to roll another one in, because I do have 2 backups, or if I'm going to like pick a different type of product. But honestly, I'll probably just roll another one of these in because I do really like it. Hi, buddy. Hi, I'll be out in a minute, okay? But yeah, I really enjoy the setting spray, and like I said, it is my most expensive setting spray, so I want to make sure that I'm actually using it and not just having it languish in my makeup cabinet. Okay, the next thing that I'm pretty sure the setting spray and this will be done next month. This is and I'm sure we've by now all heard the news about Becca closing up shop by September. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm really close to the bottom on this. I mean, it's clinging weirdly. I think you can see, like, I scraped it. You can see scrape marks all down there. I mean, this is pretty empty. So if I continue to wear it, and I use this with my ColourPop foundation sticks because this is like kind of a little warmer, and my Alma Beauty foundation that's also in this project is a little too dark and warm for me for this time of the year, so I can't really mix these two together. But I can use this with my ColourPop foundation sticks that I have, which is my perfect shade right now, and it looks great. So I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between using this with that ColourPop foundation sticks and then using my Alma Beauty foundation with my Revolution liquid highlighter. But I used this 12 times in the past month, and it went down a little over 3 grams. And you can see, like, there's not a lot left in it, so But I think if I kind of alternate between that, using that and then using my Oma Beauty foundation, I think I should be able to finish that within the next month. The next is my Selah Creme Rose Hand Cream. Oh my. Next is my Selah Cream Rose Hand Cream. I've used this 16 times in the past month and it's gone down almost 17 grams. There's a little bit of an air bubble, but it's about there, I would say. So I'm doing good, steady progress on it. And I know this is how smart I am. Every update so far, I've been trying to describe the scent, and if I had just read it on the back, I would have been able to tell you that it has notes of sweet jasmine, peach, and rosewater. And like now that I read this, and I'm like, peach, that is the scent that I could not like put my finger on when I was using this. But yes, this smells delicious. I am very happy that I'm actually reaching for it, because even using hand creams, my hands are still a dry mess, but this is definitely helping them be not as bad as they could be. So I'm glad to be getting some use on that. Next, the cat looks really gross, but next is my Oma Beauty Say What foundation in the shade Fair Lady T3C. I've used this 18 times, and I only counted my uses. My sister did borrow this for a few days earlier in the month, and she used it a couple times, but I don't know how many she used it, but I used it 18 times this month. It went down exactly 3 grams, and I did scrape it a bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see right there, that line. That's how much I've used up so far. So I'm making pretty good progress on this, because this is what I'm actually wearing today. Considering the fact that this is a pretty full coverage foundation, and most of the time I don't even use a full pump of it. Because one, because it is so full coverage, but two, because I am also mixing it with that liquid highlighter. So if I use more than that, it's just too much on my face. But I really, really like this foundation. I'm so glad I'm getting some more use out of it. I'm sure in the summertime it'll be an even better shade match for me, because I think I actually bought this in the summertime, so this is more of my summer shade. But as you can see, when I mix it in with that like cool light pink silvery liquid highlighter, it blends it out to a much closer skin tone match for my winter shade. So making good progress on that one. Next is my Oma Beauty Stay Woke concealer. My sister also borrowed this, so I only have 29 uses on it instead of, you know, like the 31 or however many days there are that I normally would. This went down 1.41 grams. It's hard to see in the bottle, but I do think it's starting to get pretty low, because if you can see the doe foot, it's got like those ridges, and at the start of the project, like it would be pretty covered with product, and as you can see, it's starting to kind of I'm not saying dry up, but it's not grabbing as much product. So I'm thinking I probably have at least 2 months left in this, I would assume, because it is a pretty thick full coverage concealer. But I think this will be gone in a couple of months, because I feel like it is, even though I can't see, and I can't really scrape down the side with the doe foot either, but I feel like the bottle is definitely getting empty. My next product and my last Oma Beauty product is my Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. Now, as I've mentioned in my other updates, I use this every single day almost, so I've used it 30 times in the past month. I have some use on the bronzer, you can see, but because I use more of the highlighting shade, I've almost completely flattened the highlighting shade. I actually have not rolled. I'm kind of scared to roll it up all the way. Okay. Yeah, you can see how much I have left on here. I I get nervous with like roll-up products because there's always that fear that the mechanism is gonna like break, and then you're gonna be stuck with the product rolled all the way up and you can't push it back down and you can't put the lid back on it. But this, even though I've used it 30 times, and 30 uses means 1 use of the bronzer, 1 use of the highlighter, that's 1 use. It's only gone down 0.35 grams. So this, I'm very curious. I think I might be able to finish up the highlighter portion this year. The bronzer definitely not, because I use so little of it, because you don't need that much. But I'm really enjoying it, so that's okay. The next is my Too Faced Pomegranate blush. I've used it 5 times the past month. I think I've only used it 11 times total in this project. Let me double check. Yep, I've only used it 11 times total. So this is what it's looking like. That doesn't really look much different. It's only gone down 0.02 grams from my last update. It's only gone down 0.08 grams total since I rolled it in. I really don't know if I'm going to hit pan on this. That's my goal, is just to hit pan. I don't know if that'll happen, but I do have a couple blushes in my Throwback 30 project, and that ends in July. So I'm trying to rotate through I'm rotating through 5 different powder blushes in my projects. So really 5 uses for the month is not bad. It's spread pretty evenly across all of them. But 2 of those blushes are in my Throwback 30 project. So either when I hit my goal on those blushes, or when I finish that project at the end of July, then I'll have a little more room to focus on this one a little more. And plus, that'll be right around the fall time, which I think this is a really nice fall and winter shadow, so that will actually work out pretty well. And then my last item, my rotating item, is my Cleona Shadow. This was, I'm so like nervous that I'm going to drop this. This is in the shade Crown Glass, and I will insert a couple of photos. I have like maybe 2 or 3 of looks that I did. I only used this one 4 times. I know my goal was 5, but 4 is good enough for me. And it went down 0.04 grams. So the next shade I'm going to roll in for my Cleona Shadows is this shade Gothic, which is like, it flashes purple and orange and like a magenta pink. And here, I'll give a little swatch. Try to show you a bit on my finger, and then swatch it on the back of my hand. Just try to shift it a bit just to see if I can catch. But it shifts purple and magenta and orange, but then it also has kind of like that bronzy gold shift to it as well. And so I guess this shadow is starting out at 3.28 grams, so we'll see how much we can use up in the next month. Again, my goal for these is just to use them as much as I can in the month. I'm trying to use at least 5 times, but like I only got to use the Crown Glass 4, and a lot of that had to do with my 365 days of eyeshadow challenge. I just pulled a lot, like a surprising amount of like orangey shades this month, which didn't really go with the Crown Glass shade. And watch, now that I have a shadow that will actually pair pretty nicely with orange, I'm not going to pull any more orange, but that's fine. I'll figure out a way to squeeze it in somehow. But that was my update for my hashtag That's Expensive Project Pan. I hope you enjoyed. If you're doing this project, please let me know down below. Let me know how you're doing. What are your most expensive items that you've just been holding on to for a special occasion that you're realizing that you should just use because you spent the money on them, so you should use them? I hope you're all having a great day and staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.